Heat 86, first round, and that first round goes to Zachary Gordon, followed up by Baylor Flo at .046 and .067 for Dylan Auerda.
64B is next in the Superstock division. Lane 1, it'll be car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 613 of DJ Hudson. Hudson in lane 2. And in lane 3, it'll be car 606 of Malachi Adkins. Adkins in lane 3. And we are racing. Stewart in lane 1 is your heat leader. A little bit less than a tenth to the good on Malachi Adkins, as well as DJ Hudson. Racing down towards the finish. We'll see how that phase result affects things in the overall for Heat 64.
And Aiden Stewart manages to hold on to the lead after phase 2. We have Malachi Adkins by .037 and .108 for DJ Hudson.
Our first elimination phase of the day is next. This will be 61C. Lane 1 belongs to car 611 of Henry Delacroix. Delacroix in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 627 of Meredith Brown. Brown in lane 2. And in lane 3, it is car 600 of Kylie Kirk. Kirk in lane 3 for Heat 61C. And we're racing between Delacroix in lane 1, Brown in lane 2, and Kirk in lane 3. After 2 phases, Meredith Brown had the lead by .026 over Kylie. Had about 2/10 on Henry. And here they come to the finish. And it looks like this heat's going to be close.
All right, we have the data for the first elimination round, and it looks like Meredith Brown will advance in the 627 car. We have Kylie Kirk with a good showing at .012 and .292 for Henry Delacroix. So Meredith will be advancing.
Heat 63A is next in the Superstock division. Lane 1, it's car 601 from Clearwater, Florida, Alexa Mello. Mello in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 640 from Arlington, Washington, Kaylee Smith. Smith in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 620 from Des Moines, Iowa, Warren Mead. Mead in lane 3. As these champs just about set to go. And they are off and racing. Mello in lane 1, second place in the rally challenge, the AUI rally challenge back on Tuesday. Smith in lane 2, and Warren Mead in lane 3. Region 7, 1 and 4 going at it in this heat. And we'll stand by for results in 63A.
And those results are in for 63A. And it is Warren Mead out on top, followed by Alexa Mello, .043, followed up by Kaylee Smith at 0.11. Okay.
'86B, the next phase on track. Lane 1, it is car 757 of Baylor Flow. Flow in lane 1. In lane 2, it is car 756 of Zachary Gordon. Gordon in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 700 of Dylan Auerda. Auerda in lane 3. They're off in racing. Baylor Flow in lane 1, Zachary Gordon in lane 2, Dylan Auerda in lane 3. Dylan Auerda, top rally point earner in all of Derby Nation this year with 1,153. Congratulations to him. 15 rally wins on the season. Also 15 rally wins for Zachary Gordon, as those two close together as they come across the line. Heat 86, by the way, Zachary Gordon still showing the way after two phases by .045 over Dillon, .071 over Baylor. On track right now, we have the Masters division. Lane 1, it's car 14 of Aiden Black. Nathan Tiffany in lane 2. Lane Schlafke in lane 3. That was Heat 41A.
Results for Heat 41A are as follows. It is Lane Schlafke out in front, followed by .018 in Aiden Black, and Nathan Tiffany at .043. A close race indeed.
.64C, the next phase on track. Lane 1, it'll be car 606 of Malachi Adkins. Adkins in lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 2, and in lane 3, it's car 613 of DJ Hudson. Hudson in lane 3. And after two phases in this one, it was Aiden Stewart showing the way by .037 over Malachi. So we'll see if Malachi can make that ground up in lane 1, or if DJ can close a tenth of a second gap in lane 3.
And we have elimination results in, and it is Aiden Stewart holding on and will advance with the 614 car. .051 belonged to Malachi Atkins, and .119 for DJ Hudson.
Heat 64C is going to be, oh, wait, no. That one just happened. Let me hit my screen again. How about 85A? We'll do that one next. Stock division, lane 1, car 725 from Las Vegas, Nevada, Preston Gresco. Gresco in lane 1. Lane 2, it is car 758 from Madisonville, Kentucky, Leanne Sally. Sally in lane 2, and in lane 3, it's car 901 of Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert in lane 3. Leanne Sally in lane 2, the winner of the AUI Rally Challenge earlier this week. 18 rally wins on the season. Of course, great seasons as well for Preston and Caleb. Caleb with 13 wins this year.
And results are in for this first phase of Heat 85, and the leader is Caleb Gilbert. .048 for Leanne Sally, and Preston Gresco clocking in at .122.
84A coming up next. Lane 1, it's car 717 from Gettsville, New York, Adriana Hassan. Hassan in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 739 from Columbus, Ohio, Delaney Nichols. Nichols in lane 2. And in lane 3, it is car 701 from Summerfield, Florida, Magnolia Susi. Susi in lane 3. They're off and racing. Hassan lane 1, Nichols lane 2, Susi in lane 3. You got champs from regions 9, 6, and 7 in this heat for the All-Star stocks. And they are about halfway through now. Delaney Nichols, top rally win count in the stock division this year with 24 wins on the season.
The first round of Heat 84 goes to Delaney Nichols, followed up by Magnolia Susi at .058, and it's .061 for Adriana Hassan.
Heat 63B is next. Lane 1, it is car 620 of Warren Mead. Mead in lane 1. In lane 2, it is car 601 of Alexa Mello. Mello in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 640 of Kaylee Smith. Smith in lane 3. So they are off and racing. Mead in lane 1 took phase 1 of this one by .043 over Alexa. .110 over Kaylee, who's now over there in lane number 3. We'll see if that changes things as they cross the line. Do want to welcome everybody watching along on YouTube this morning. I see Kaylee's cheering section in the chat. I see Alexa Guerin's cheering section in the chat as well. Masters has started, but I don't think you've missed anything yet, Sue, in terms of your particular champ.
And as we move into this, exuberance, I love it. Phase 2, heat 63, goes to Warren Mead. And it's Alexa Mello next. The third place, .137 for Kaylee Smith.
So getting set for our next phase here. Again, welcome to everybody on YouTube. Jason Sokol with Lou Snodgrass here on the bridge. Getting you ready for heat 66A in the Super Stock division. Lane 1, it's car 629 of Morrisvale, West Virginia's Peyton Brake. Brake in lane 1. In lane 2, it is car 647 from 647 Kentucky, Connor Bledsoe in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it is car 608 from Naperville, Illinois, Vinny Citra in lane 3. Not set for these three champs. And they are racing. Brake in lane 1. Bledsoe in lane 2. Citra in lane number 3. Region 6, Region 12, and Region 5 represented here. 8, a member of the marching band. Connor a fisherman. Vinny, a fan of model. Ronnie, a fan of model. Those three champs. Cleanly across.
In this first round, heat goes to Vinny Citra. Close race indeed. Close race in 0.012 back. It's Peyton Brake. It's Connor Bledsoe and Connor Bledsoe at 0.022.
Elimination phase in heat 86. Next is 86. Lane 1, it's car 700 of Dylan Aurda in lane 1. In lane 2, it'll be car 757 of Baylor Flow in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 756 of Zachary Gordon in lane 3. And they are off and racing. Howard in lane 1. Howard in lane 2. Gordon in lane 3. Gordon, your heat leader after 2. By .045 over Dylan. .071 over Baylor. As they come across the finish line, we'll get to those results here coming up.
And it is Zachary Gordon leading the way. He will be advancing at 7:56 car. Close race indeed. Close race 0.63 belongs to Dylan Aurda. And Baylor Flow at .088. So look for the 7:56 car. Zachary Gordon in the next round.
Marvin Taylor checking in on the YouTube saying, let's go Shelton. Yeah, Marvin and Shelton had a good day yesterday. Shelton the winner. In our local challenge. Next up, it's Heat 81A in the stock division, lane one. It's car 718 from Walworth, New York, from Vincent De La Croix in lane one. In lane two, it is car 903 from Avon, Indiana, Shelton Taylor in lane two. And in lane three, it is car 358 from Omaha, Nebraska, Drew Brand in lane three. And they are off and racing. De La Croix lane one, Brand lane three. Future esport creator, future pro racer, lawyer, business owner, future major league ball player in this one. Champs from regions 9, 5, and 4 come to the finish.
Okay. Results in for phase one. Heat 81. And that's Vincent De La Croix, followed by Shelton Taylor, off the mark by 0.024, and then followed by Drew Brand at 0.027.
85B on track. Gilbert in lane one. Presley Resco in lane two. And Sally in lane three. Gilbert was your heat leader by 1.04 over Preston. We'll get those results, and then we are back to the Masters division. We'll get your results.
And it is Lane Slattery holding on to the lead. In the lead, second round of Peak 41. The Peak followed up by 8 of 5. 10.06. And 8.094. 094.
In lane 1. Car 5 from Danville, California. Maryland, Lincoln, Thomas Bello in lane 3. In lane situated and set to go. We are racing. One, stay narrow in lane 2. Tomasello in lane 3. In lane 4, region 2 and 8 are in this one. Looks like Brad will be off rail in lane 1. Two are clean. Was a guardrail hit. Was a Brianna in lane 39 of the Lady Nichols in racing. They are off in race. In 1 has to do 2 Nichols in 3 in 3. Led the way by 0.058 after 1, but Magnolia and Adriana close together in that first phase, close together in that second phase, together in that second phase 2 in lanes 1 and 2.
Phase 2 results are in for heat and it is Elena. It is leading the way, followed closely by Adriana Hassan of 2.1 and Warren 3.1 for Magnolia Susi.
Heat 65A coming up.
Disconnected.
is phase one for heat 65. It goes to Kelsey Van Ward. Kelsey Van Ward, closely by Chloe Lockley by 0.013, 0.023 for Kira Vessels. Kira Vessels.
63C is next. Lane 1, it's car 640 of Kaylee Smith in lane 1. In lane 2, it's going to be car 620 of Warren Mead. In lane 2. In lane number 3, it's going to be car 601 of Alexa Mello. In lane 3. They're off and racing Mead and Mello. Elimination phase for these three champs. Mead led the way. 0.032 over Alexa. See how much ground Alexa can make up in lane 3, or if Kaylee can close that gap. 0.137 from lane 1. Here they come to the finish.
And the Heat 63 elimination round. Warren Mead advancing with the 620 car. We'll see Warren and the 620 car in another round. 0.017 for Alexa Mello for 11.191 for Kaylee Smith.
A is next. Lane 1, it's car 629 of Morrisville, West Virginia. Break in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 647 from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Connor Bledsoe in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 608 of Vinny Lasitra. In lane 3, is Heat 66A in the Superstock division. Halfway home for the champs, region 612 and 5. Here they come in front of the grandstand, and they do get across the finish line. Stand by for results. For the folks watching along on YouTube, we are aware that there's an audio issue with the YouTube. We're working on that right now. Bear with us. They're getting that fixed for you.
And phase 1 results are for Heat 6. And as Peyton breaks out in front, closely followed by Vinny Lasitra for 1,000 of a second, and it's 0.024 for Connor Bledsoe.
And we'll move on to Heat 83A. Next, lane 1, and that's car 738 from Madbury, New Hampshire. Parker Demers in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 357 from Mano Island, Washington. Sailor in lane 2. And in lane 3, it is car 340 St. John's, Michigan. Katie Scotty in lane 3. They make their way down. Regions 10, 1, and 5. Future Inventor, YouTuber, Pro Gamer, or Pro Racer in Parker. Future Power Sports or Racer in Maximo. Katie's still deciding. Plenty of time. Didn't know what I wanted to do when I was 11 years old.
Oh, yeah. Okay, results coming in. So is the airplane. But we have Maximo Sailor, and Katie Scotty tied up right there. Parker Demers, 0.0 off the mark. So we have a dead phase at this point.
I figured we'd see a few of those today with these All-Stars. And there's our first one of the morning. 81B coming up next. In lane 1, it's car 318 of Drew Brand. In lane 1. And in lane 2, it's car 718 of Vincent De La Croix. In lane 3, and it's car 903 of Shelton Taylor. In lane 3. We are racing. Brandon lane 1, De La Croix lane 2, Taylor in lane 3. LaCroix led the Heat after 1.024 with Shelton 0.027 over Drew Brand. Here they come to the finish line. how things stand after phase two.
And Vincent De La Croix holds on to his lead. Phase two and phase two, 81. This is not too far behind. Not too far behind. Shelton Taylor point 0.4 and 0.44 for Drew Brand.
Set to go in heat 85. Next, lane 1, it's car 7-1, it's car 7, and Sally on track. Lane 2, car 901 of Caleb and 3, car 725 of Preston Cresco. It was Gilbert leading the way by Gilbert 0-8 after 2. And Sally looking to close that gap in lane 1. As they are across the finish line.
'Kay, the elimination round goes to Caleb Gilbert. And off the mark by .033. It is Leanne Sally. And Preston Cresco comes in at .287.
41C is next in the Masters division. Lane 1, it's car number 9 of Nathan Tiffany in lane 1. Tiffany in lane 2, it's car 21 of Lane 21 in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 14 of Aiden Black in lane 3.
And it is Lane Schlapp victorious here in Heat 41. Moving on to the next round. 21 car. So look for Lane in that 21 car. Run down the hill again.
Set to go in 82A next in the stock division. Lane 1, division 741 of Malicious Swinderman in lane 1. In lane 2, it is car 726 of Audrey Lou Myers in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 743 of Amelia Frampton in lane 3. Our champs from Richmond, Ohio, and Charleston, West Virginia on track. Swinderman lane 1, Myers lane 2, Frampton lane 3. Here they come to the finish. 84C is next in the stock division. Lane 1, it's car 749 of Delaney Nichols. In lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 701. Magnolia Susie in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 717 of Adriana Hassan. In lane 3. Getting set to go now. And they are racing. Nichols in lane 1, Susie in lane 2, and Hassan in lane number 3. Nichols, your heat leader, after 2. Has a little more than a 10. On both Magnolia and Adriana. So also want to shout out to Lady, a 3-time Super Kids co-pilot. Super Kids Classic tomorrow here at Derby Downs. Magnolia, a fan of spending time with animals. Adriana, member of the Drama Club. They are across the line clean.
And it will be Delaney Nichols taking that 739 car into the next round. Nice racing today, though. From Adrian Hassan, 1.910, and Magnolia Susie 09.
44A is next in the Masters division. Lane 1, car 507, Illinois, Logan Smith in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car number 3, from Rica, Georgia, Alexa Guerin. In lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 530, in West Virginia, Noah Thomas in lane 3. Getting those champs set to go here. And they are racing. Smith in lane 1. Guerin in lane 2. Thomas in lane 3. Alexa Guerin in lane 2. Our top rally win count of the year of the Masters division with 20. Also second in the points at 945. Thomas third place at 909. Some very strong champs. Even among all-stars in this one. Smith, Guerin, and Thomas. They are ready to cross the finish line.
Hey, results are in for this round of this 40 round.
want to send a shout out to our vendors that we have with us here today. See the Swenson's food truck just pulled in. Have them back. We seem to have the John down there. And of course, the stuff that fuels us here on the bridge. Ohio's best lemonade. and in lane 3, and in car 647 of Connor Bledsoe in lane 3. And we are racing. With Citra lane 1, break lane 1, Bledsoe in lane 3. In lane 2, Citra in lane 1, separated by just 4/1,000ths of a second after that first phase. Bledsoe just 24 1,000ths back in phase 1. So the champs from regions 5, 6, and 12 across the finish line.
Okay, phase 2. Results are in for heat 6. And we have a leadership change. It is Benny Lecitra out in front right now, followed up by Peyton Drake at 0.330 and Connor Bledsoe at 0.5454.
Heat 42A is next. Lane 1, it's car 532. From Conneaut, Ohio, Jason Hayes in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 31 from Stanwood, Washington. Reese Delaney in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 516 from Eagleville, Pennsylvania. It's Aaron Donovan in lane 3. Set to go, and they are racing with Hayes in lane 1, Delaney in lane 2, Donovan in lane 3. Mason, a 3-time world champion last year in the Rally Masters. Donovan, a 2-time champion in 2013 in the Rally Stock, 2019 in the Rally Superstock. Here they come down for a finish.
The phase 1 times are in for heat 42, and we find Carson Hayes out in front. Aaron Donovan at 0.0 at 3.0 and 0.0 for Reese Delaney.
And we get set for B next stock division racing. Lane 1, car 340 are Katie Scotty in lane 1. In lane 2, car 738 of Parker Demers in lane 2. And in lane 3, car 357 of Maximo Saylor in lane 3. This was had a dead phase in the first phase. Katie Scotty and Maximo Saylor hit the line together in phase 1. Looks like that top will be broken.
Phase 2 action has got Maximus Taylor out in front, followed by Katie Scotty at 0.077, and Parker Demers at 0.088. That's Heat 83, phase 2 action.
43A next in the Masters division. Lane 1, it'll be car 523 from Polk City, Iowa. Jacob Ham in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 535 from Milton, West Virginia. Of Miranda Terry in lane And in lane number 3, car 501 from California, Corey Walker in lane 3. And we are racing. Am in lane 1. Terry in lane 2. Walker in lane 3. Miranda Terry, 12 wins on the season. Good for 4th in the win count. Jacob Ham, 5th place in the points, 855 on the year. They're cleanly across.
And the times are up. Heat 43. It looks like Jacob Ham stepping out front, followed by Miranda Terry on Miranda Terry 0.028, and Corey Walker at 0.555.
Time for the elimination phase. Heat 81. This will be 81C for the stock division. Lane 1, it'll be car 903 of Shelton Taylor in lane 1. In lane 2, car 358 of Drew Brand in lane 2. And in lane 3, it'll be car 718 of Vincent Delacroix. In lane 3. Off and racing between Taylor Brand and Delacroix. Delacroix, your heat leader after 2, by 0.040 over Shelton, 0.044 over Drew. All 3 of these champs had great weeks so far. Drew and Shelton, both local challenge winners. Vincent 3rd place in the rally challenge. So you knew this one was going to be close.
Yeah, the judges said it was a nice clean run. We're going to have times for you here momentarily. And here they are. Vincent Delacroix holding on to take the heat on to take the 718 car, followed closely by 0.62 belonging to Shelton Taylor and Drew Brand in .064. So look for Vincent Delacroix and a 718 car to advance.
Getting set to go and on track is Heat 82B. Lane 1, car 743 of Amelia Frampton. In lane 2, car 741 of Alicia Swinton. And in lane 3, it's car 726 of Audrey Lou Myers. Twinderman led this one after the first phase. Had about 0.75 on Audrey, 0.99 on Amelia.
Okay, we have Alicia Swinton here to phase this phase, followed by Audrey Lou Myers at 0.089, knocking in at 1.80. It's Amelia Frampton.
We are on track right now. This is to be Rosa in lane 1. In lane 1, Toledo in lane 2, and Levi West in lane number 3. It was Toledo leading the way after one. Phase for second in phase 1 between Toledo Rosa and Levi West.
phase 2 results in for heat results 2, and we see Tristan Tallulo out in front, followed by Levi West at 1:074, and it is Sophia Rosa off by 1:0202.
Also, shout out to Ohio. Shout out to Ohio for hooking us up here.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Now we're good to go for the rest of the day. We're good to go for 46A next in the Masters. Lane 1, it's car 528 from Dover, New Hampshire. Sydney BN in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 512 from Hilton, New York. Carly Murphy in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 508 of Connor Magnuson. Magnuson in lane 3. Just about set to go here. And they are racing. BN in lane 1. Murphy in lane 2. Magnuson in lane 3. Murphy's week off to a pretty good start on the AY Rally Challenge. They're about halfway home. Junior at the University of New Hampshire, the sophomore at Paul Smith College. The freshman at the University of Illinois in lane 1, 2, and 3. They are across cleanly.
And we waited for the time. It shows Carly Murphy out in front with a 12,000 second lead behind by Sydney BN, and it's .026 for Connor Magnuson. Very close racing indeed. If you ask Jason, he'll tell you we just can't call it from up here.
Don't wear glasses. You put it that way. You don't want to stop, especially when they're that close. Hey, while we wait for this next heat to get loaded in, it'll be 44 between Noah Thomas and car 530. Car 5 Logan Smith will be in lane 2. Car 507. And in lane 3, it'll be Alexa Greer. Car number 3. Car number 44B will be on track next. Did want to tell you, Southeast Georgia is doing a raffle. Top prize of $10,000. Tickets are $100. Tickets are only selling 300. 300. Drawing will be August 16th. And they told me to tell you to ask for Jonathan or David at Topside Show from Southeast Georgia for your tickets. So as we used to say when I was sports on the radio, good luck to you. Good luck to me. Noah Thomas in lane 1. Logan Smith in lane 2. Alexa Guerin in lane 3. They are across the line. Smith led that one after one phase.
Chloe Lyon will be moving on in that 902 car. Followed not too far behind by Kelsey Van Moore. Logging in at .029, 0.036 for vessels. So look for that 902 car and Chloe in the next round.
66C coming up. Lane 1, it's car. of 7, Connor Bledsoe in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 608. It's car Vinny Lasitra. In lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 629 of Peyton Brake. In lane 3. Two phases in the books. Phase 3, it was Vinny Lasitra leading the way by 0.033. After those two, Connor Bledsoe third, 0.054. We'll see if that changes things.
The second portion, heat 42, will be going to Jason Hayes. Off the mark by 3,000 of a second is Aaron Donovan. Aaron Donovan, 0.680. It's Reese Delaney.
Next up, heat 45A. The champ that hit the guardrail earlier was rerun with the all-star pace car in lane number 1. Very fitting choice of pace car, the one with all-stars on it. Lane 2 is car 520 of Veronica Stagnero in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 514 Maryland Lincoln Tomasello in lane 3. Often racing between Stagnero and Tomasello. Heat 45A for the Masters Division. Region 2, Region 8. I don't know what region we assigned the pace car to. It says Region 0 on my screen. There's the finish line, a close one between those two. Not so much between those two and the pace car.
Here we go. Veronica Stagnero taking this first round in heat 45, followed by Lincoln Tomasello at 0.017. And our all-star pace car comes in. Let's just say it came in.
User disconnected from your channel. User
region
entered your
12
channel.
here. Crystal Tanner, please report to the start line. They have your college ID. Crystal Tanner to the start line.
Well, this beginning round of Heat 89 goes to Caleb Gilbert, but off by 1/10 of a second is Zachary Gordon. So some great racing here this morning.
Heat 83C set to go next. Lane 1, it's going to be car 357 of Maximo Saylor. Saylor in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 340 of Katie Scotty. Scotty in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 738 of Parker Demers. Demers in lane 3. Elimination phase for these three champs. Saylor showed the way after 1. See if Scotty or Demers can close enough of that gap. It was .077.
Final results are in for Heat 83, and it's Maximo Saylor advancing on in the 357 car. Some close racing indeed, followed up by .054 for Parker Demers and .059 for Katie Scotty. So look for Maximos and that 357 car.
43B coming up next. This is the Masters Division, lane 1, car 501 of Corey Walker. Walker in lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 523 of Jacob Ham. Ham in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 535 of Miranda Terry. Terry in lane 3. And we are off and racing. Walker in lane 1, Ham in lane 2, Terry in lane 3. And Corey Walker really close to that guardrail in lane number 1. Judges are going to take a look at that. I see in the chat on the YouTube feed, they think they've got the sound fixed. So thanks to our crew here at Derby Downs for taking care of that. Hopefully you can hear us a little bit better now. Still looking at Heat 43B. After review, no violations on that phase, no penalties.
And taking that into account, I can give you some accurate times here. It is Jacob Ham leading the way after 2 phases, followed by Miranda Terry at .039, and at .052, it's Corey Walker.
And we get our super stock champs ready to go for Heat 68A. First heat of the second round in the super stock. Lane 1, it'll be car 614 from Rixieville, Virginia, Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 620 from Des Moines, Iowa, Warren Mead. Mead in lane 3, they are off and racing. 2-car affair here. Stewart out of Region 8, Mead out of Region 4. About halfway down the track now. Stewart, a fan of riding dirt bikes. Mechanicking is the word on his card. And raising chickens. Mead, a fan of running and playing video games.
With the first phase of Heat 68 in the books, we find Aiden Stewart out front, followed up by Warren Mead at .028.
Heat 82C on the ramps now. Lane 1, it'll be car 726 of Audrey Lou Myers. Myers in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 743 of Amelia Frampton. Frampton in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 741 of Alicia Swinderman. Swinderman in lane 3. And we are racing. Myers lane 1, Frampton lane 2, Swinderman lane 3. The champs from regions 4, 6, and 6 across the track. We always get their career ambitions as those 3 cross the line, close between lanes 1 and 3. I liked Audrey's answer to this one. Decided not to limit herself to choosing a career interest, is capable of doing anything she wants to do, and will wait until the 6th grade to declare her intention. So maybe next year.
It is Alicia Swinderman holding on to take Heat 82 in that 741 car. We have .072 for Audrey Lou Myers and Amelia Frampton in at .291. So look for Alicia and a 741 car to advance.
Heat 62C on track, lane 1, Levi West in car 645. Lane 2, car 162 of Sophia Rosa. And in lane 3, it's car 140 of Tristan Toledo. Tristan Toledo over there in lane 3. Toledo was your heat leader at .074 on Levi.
And the times are in for Heat 62, and it shows Tristan Toludo, the victor, in that 140 car, followed by .043 belonging to Levi West and Sophia Rosa at 124. That's .124.
Heat 46B on the ramps, lane 1, it's car 508 of Connor Magnuson. Magnuson in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 528 of Sydney Bien. Bien in lane 2. And in lane 3, it is car 512 of Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 3. First round action in our All-Star Masters competition. And we are racing. Magnuson in lane 1, Bien in lane 2, Murphy in lane 3. Murphy in lane 3 was your heat leader after the first phase. Got that phase by .012 over Sydney, .026 over Connor. So these three all-stars getting ready to cross.
It's Carly Murphy managing to hold on after two phases of Heat 46, followed closely behind by Carl Magnuson at .03 and .047 for Sydney Behan.
Heat 44C is next. In the Masters division, lane 1, it'll be car 3 of Alexa Guerin. In lane 2, it'll be car 530 of Noah Thomas. And in lane 3, it's car 507 of Logan Smith. About to find out who moves on to the second round. And they are racing. It's Guerin in lane 1, Thomas in lane 2, Smith in lane number 3. Close one between these three after two phases. Logan Smith shows the way by .012 over Alexa, .040 over Noah. They race in for the finish. And we'll see if that changes the results. We'll see who's moving on to round number 2.
Well, I can answer that question. It's going to be Alexa Guerin moving on to the next round in that number 3 car. It is Logan Smith clocking in at .059 and .09 for Noah Thomas. So look for Alexa and that number 3 car to advance.
Let's put another Masters All-Star into the second round. This is Heat 42C coming up, lane 1. It's car 31 of Reese Delaney. Delaney, lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 516 of Aaron Donovan. Donovan in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 532 of Kaysen Hayes. Hayes in lane 3. Getting these champs set to go. And we're racing. Delaney, lane 1. Donovan, lane 2. Hayes in lane 3. Hayes and Donovan separated by just 3/1000ths of a second. After two phases, Reese with .068 to make up over there in lane 1. Who's it going to be moving on to round number 2?
And it will be Aaron Donovan moving on to round number 2, followed by Kason Hayes with a time of .01 and .055 difference between Reese Delaney. So look for Aaron Donovan in that 516 car to advance.
Heat 45B coming up next in the Masters division. Lane 1, it's car 514 of Lincoln Tomasello. Tomasello, lane 1. Lane 2, the All-Star Pace Car. And in lane 3, it's car 520 of Veronica Stagnero. Stagnero in lane 3. Getting set to go here. And they are racing. Tomasello in lane 1, Stagnero in lane 3. After one phase, Tomasello trailed Stagnero by .017. The pace car, well, we won't talk about that. Racing in for the finish between Tomasello and Stagnero. The pace car crosses the finish line. And we'll stand by for results.
Well, Veronica Stagnero managed to hold on to that lead, but was followed closely by Lincoln Tomasello at a .03 difference. So we'll wait for phase 3 to see what happens. This is Heat 45, phase 2.
Heat 89B is next in the stock division. Elimination phase, looking to punch a ticket in the championship heat here. Lane 1, it's Zachary Gordon. In car 756, lane 3, it's car 901 of Caleb Gilbert. Looking good so far. It was Gilbert showing the way after one. And here they come in for a finish. Gordon needed to make up 10 1,000ths if he wants to move on to the championship heat.
But it was Caleb Gilbert holding on to take Heat 89, advancing to the next round in the 901 car. Zachary Gordon clocked in at .023 behind.
Heat 43C set to go. Lane 1, it's car 535 of Miranda Terry. Terry in lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 501 of Corey Walker. Walker in lane 2. And in lane 3, it is car 523 of Jacob Ham. Ham in lane 3. And we're racing. Terry lane 1, Walker lane 2, Ham in lane 3. Ham your leader after 2 phases. Racing in lane 3 right now, Miranda Terry in lane 1. Needs to make up .039. Corey Walker with a gap of .052 that he needs to close if he wants to go on to the second round. And that was clean, so we'll get those results.
And we have a dead heat between Jacob Ham and Miranda Terry.
And so with that dead heat, we're going to have a runoff between Ham and Terry. So a dead heat after 3 phases between Jacob Ham in car 523 and Miranda Terry in car 535. And Corey Walker only .072 behind, so incredibly close heat for all 3 of those champs. You figured we would have a dead heat at some point today with as strong as these champs are in the All-Star race, and we just got it in that one. 68B is next. Lane 1, it's car 620 of Warren Mead. Mead in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 3. This is the elimination phase for this heat. So one of these champs moving on to the championship round. But who's it going to be? Aiden Stewart had an advantage of .028 after that first one.
Heat 68 elimination data is in, and it is Aiden Stewart advancing in the 614 car. Look for Aiden in the next heat at heat 70. However, Warren Mead put up a great fight coming in at .017 off the mark.
Heat 88A getting set to go. Round 2 in the stock division, lane 1, car 739 of Delaney Nichols. Nichols in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 357 of Maximus Saylor. Saylor in lane 3. Region 6 and Region 1 in this second round heat. And here they are at the finish, a close one between those two.
Phase 1 action from Heat 88 finds Delaney Nichols out in front, followed by Maximus Saylor at .022.
Elimination phase up next in Heat 46. This is 46C. Lane 1 is car 512 of Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 1. In lane 2, car 508 of Connor Magnuson. Magnuson in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 528 of Sydney Bien. Bien in lane 3. And we are racing. Murphy in lane 1, Magnuson lane 2, Bien in lane 3. And after 2 phases, it was Carly Murphy in the lead. Had .030 on Connor Magnuson, .047 on Sydney Bien. We'll see if anybody can close that gap or if it will be Carly moving on to the next round.
This elimination round does go to Carly Murphy. And we had Connor Magnuson clocking in at .086 and .0103 for Sydney Bien. So look for Carly Murphy in the 512 car to advance.
Second round in our All-Star Super Stock competition. This is Heat 69A. Lane 1, it's car 902 of Chloe Lawton. Lawton out of Rochester, New Hampshire in lane 1. In lane 3, it's car 629 from Morrisvale, West Virginia, Peyton Brake. Brake in lane 3. Here come these champs from regions 10 and 6.
We have a lane violation.
Okay, so we did have a false trip on the timer in Heat 69A, so they're going to have to rerun that. Heat 45C will be next in our Masters division. Lane 1, car 520 of Veronica Stagnero on track now. And in lane 2, it's car 514 of Lincoln Tomasello. And in lane 3, the All-Star pace car. Stagnero, your leader after 2 phases. Tomasello needing to close a gap of .030. And the pace car, well, needs a miracle. And didn't get one, apparently.
Judges are calling for a clean run on that. And we find Veronica Stagnero moving on to the next round in that 520 car. It was Lincoln Tomasello logging in at .082. To look for Veronica to come down the hill again.
And we can hear that Region 2 cheering section all the way down here. I don't know what canopy they're sitting in up there, but we can hear you. Checking in on the chat on YouTube. Thanks to everybody watching along on YouTube with us today. Candy says, I wish I was in the All-American in 1988, Candy says, I wish I had it back then where racers could go down the hill more than once. Of course, Candy from the era where the champs all went to camp for a week and then just raced on Saturday. So pretty cool opportunity now that they've done for the champs to get some more track time, get a chance to run all 3 lanes. And not only get a chance to run all 3 lanes, but in most cases still have some time to go out and do some things and enjoy being here in the Akron area, Northeast Ohio. Still have some days off in there.
Yeah, might I suggest if you're from out of town to look at the Summit Metro Parks. They're beautiful and they're very nice, very diversified too. Find all kinds of hiking advantages there.
And I will admittedly sound like a shill for Akron. I don't think I can be considered a shill, A, because they're not paying me to say any of this, and B, because I don't live here anymore. But this is an incredible community here in Akron. So much to do and so underrated. Not all that many cities have a national park 10 minutes outside of downtown, but we do here in Akron. Of course, you got the Portage Lakes. If you go the other way, lots of things to do outdoors. You're about, what, an hour and a half, give or take, from Cedar Point, depending on how fast you can drive up the turnpike.
You got Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right up the road.
Oh, yeah. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Great Lakes Science Center.
Football Hall of Fame down in Canton.
Mm-hmm. So really encourage everybody to take advantage of what we have here in Northeast Ohio. Heat 51A set to go next. Lane 1 is car 523 of Jacob Ham. Ham in lane 1 out of Polk City, Iowa, and Region 4. And in lane 3, it is car 535 from Milton, West Virginia, and Region 6, Miranda Terry. Terry in lane 3. Second round action in the Masters division. Don't forget, coming up later on today, we'll get the legacy cars on track for their double elimination race. And we are racing in the Masters division. Ham in lane 1, Terry in lane 3. Jacob Ham, maybe one of the bio cards of the week. Career interests, living in a van down by the river. I think you have to say it that way, right? If you watch SNL at a certain point in time. Terry wants to be a music teacher. I got to take advantage of it this year while I am 35 years old. I'm not divorced. I am single, and I don't live in a van down by the river. But when you are 35, you got to say it that way, right?
Thank good for that, right?
And all the champs are going, what are they talking about?
All right, it is our friend Jacob Ham. He is leading the pack at this point. Phase 1, Heat 51. And Miranda Terry, not awfully far behind at .036.
Heat 69A on track. Lane 1, it's car 902 of Chloe Lawton from Rochester, New Hampshire in Region 10. Lane 3, it's car 629 of Morrisvale, West Virginia and Region 6, Peyton Brake. So Lawton and Brake on the way down. They cross the finish line cleanly.
The first round for Heat 69 goes to Chloe Lawton. However, yes, we hear you. Peyton Brake, not far behind, though, .041. We'll see what phase 2 brings.
Heat 87A next in the stock division, round 2. Lane 1, it's car 718 from Walworth, New York, and Region 9, Vincent Delacroix. Delacroix in lane 1. In lane 3, it's car 741 from Richmond, Ohio, and Region 6, Alicia Swinderman. Swinderman, lane 3. Two-car heat, one of these champs moving to the championship round in the All-Star race. And looking good so far, close result.
Judges say we have a clean run. This is Heat 87, and that Heat 87 goes to Vincent Delacroix. Just to show you how close a race this was, over 2 phases, there was only 7 1,000ths of a difference. Or one phase. That's still 7 1,000ths. That's a close margin.
Now let's go to the second phase in Heat 88. Lane 1, it is car 357 of Maximo Sailor. Sailor in lane 1. And in lane 3, it is car 739 of Delaney Nichols. Nichols in lane 3. Elimination phase here in the stock division in Heat 88. Sailor in lane 1. It's Nichols in lane 3. Nichols got phase 1 by .022 over Maximus Sailor. We'll see if Delaney, the 24-time rally winner on the season, can hold on and advance, or if Maximos will be going through to the championship heat.
And it will be Maximos heading on after taking Heat 88. Very close. Jason mentioned that these races are very close indeed. 9/1,000ths of a second between the two. So look for car 357 and Maximos to advance.
Yeah, and the close racing, I mean, this is what makes the All-Star race a lot of fun for us as spectators, is all these phases, all these heats, it's going to be close. These are the champs that know their business. Most of them have been here before, so they know how to get down this track fast, and it's going to be close. Meredith Brown in lane 1 now in 67A for the Superstock. Tristan Toludo in lane number 3 out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So you've got champs from region 6 and 4 represented here as they get ready to cross the finish line. The judges say no penalties. I'm sorry, Lou. I think we were thinking the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, nice clean run there. And the times are in. This first phase of Heat 67 goes to Tristan Tolulo, off the mark by .034, Meredith Brown.
While we wait for cars, we were mentioning a lot of good things to do here in Northeast Ohio. I forgot to mention the thing that I'm actually doing tomorrow night. The Akron Rubber Ducks are in town.
The Akron Rubber Ducks.
AA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians.
Always fun. Beautiful stadium downtown Akron as well.
Yeah, no doubt. They've done great work with Canal Park, and they keep making that ballpark better and better. But I know I mentioned it earlier in the week, but it's always fun when we get a little bit later on. We get to Saturday, and we get to see all the activity in downtown Akron, because there is a Rubber Ducks game Saturday night. We also have the award ceremony at 7 o'clock at the Akron Civic Theater. So downtown Akron is going to be full and buzzing on Saturday night. That's going to be fun to see.
And there may be one of the festivals going on down there as well.
There was last year, and I forget which one it was. So you had afterwards, you had places you could go after the award ceremony. Maybe, I don't want to say anything about time or pace, but maybe beforehand, you never know.
Well, you have fireworks down there as well. If it's the Italian festival, they have their fireworks. Often have their own display as well.
I just checked the schedule. The Akron Rubber Ducks playing the Richmond Flying Squirrels tomorrow night at 7:05. In special jerseys, they will have a special identity as the Akron White French. Apparently an ode to salad dressing that is popular here in the area. Heat 51B is next. Lane 1, it's car 535 from Milton, West Virginia, Miranda Terry. Terry in lane 1, and in lane 3, it is car 523 from Polk City, Iowa, of Jacob Ham. Ham in lane 3. And we are off and racing. Elimination phase in the second round of our All-Star Masters. So either Terry or Ham is going through to the championship heat. Ham was your leader after one by .036. And they get ready for the finish. The judges say no penalties.
And it will be Jacob Ham advancing from Heat 51. Jacob Ham will go on to the next round with car 523. A close race indeed. Behind the mark by .019 was Miranda Terry.
So that van down by the river is going to have to wait. Jacob Ham's going on to the championship heat. Another elimination phase, this time in the stock division. This is Heat 87B. Lane 1, it's car 741 of Alicia Swinderman. Swinderman, lane 1. And in lane 3, car 718 of Vincent Delacroix. Delacroix in lane 3. And they are off and racing. Swinderman in lane 1, Delacroix in lane number 3. Close one after one phase. 7/1000ths of a second separated Delacroix from Swinderman. Here they come to the finish.
Judge is calling for a clean run, and times are coming in right now for Heat 87. And it will be Vincent Delacroix advancing by a margin of .31 of a second over Alicia Swinderman. So look for Vincent Delacroix and the 718 car to advance.
Heat 69B coming up for the Superstock division. Lane 1, it's going to be car 629 of Peyton Brake. Brake in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 902 of Chloe Lawton. Lawton in lane 3. Often racing between Brake and Lawton. Chloe was your leader after one phase by .041. As we saw Brake get over towards that guardrail. Didn't hit it, though. Kept it clean, gathered it back in, came across right on that center line.
Heat 69 times coming in shortly. And it is Chloe Lawton hanging on to take Heat 69, advancing with the 902 car. .053 was the margin for Peyton Brake.
Next up, Masters Division, second round, Heat 47A. It's lane 1, car 21 of Lane Schlafke from Owensboro, Kentucky in Region 12. Schlafke in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 516 from Eagleville, Pennsylvania and Region 8, Aaron Donovan. Donovan in lane 3. we're going to get those champs loaded in. Couple of champs that certainly know their business here. Schlafke, the 2019 local stock world champ. Donovan, the 2013 rally stock and 2019 rally super stock world champion. Been a good start to the week also for Lane Schlafke. Schlafke won the local challenge here yesterday. Donovan, meanwhile, second in the AUI Rally Challenge here yesterday afternoon as they are about halfway down the track. And racing down for the finish are Schlafke and Donovan.
The times are in for this first phase of Heat 47, and it goes to Lane Schlafke. A very close match indeed, with Aaron Donovan behind by .019.
Heat 67B is next. Lane 1, it's car 140 of Tristan Toledo. Toledo in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 627 of Meredith Brown. Brown in lane 3. And we are racing. Toledo in lane 1, Brown in lane 3. Toledo with a lead of .034 after the first phase. Meredith Brown over there in lane 3 with a little bit of work to do if she wants to move on to the championship heat in our all-star race for the Superstock. Here comes the finish line.
This elimination round goes to Tristan Toledo. Heat 67 is finished. Tristan Toledo got it. Meredith Brown behind by .153. And the 140 car, and Tristan will be moving on.
We are also getting ready for our legacy competition later today. Attention all legacy champs, the legacy scales are open. Again, legacy scales are open. Next up in the Masters division, it's Heat 49A. In lane 1, it's car 520 from Danville, California, and Region 2, Veronica Stagnero. Stagnero in lane number 1. And in lane number 3, it's car 512 from Hilton, New York, and Region 9, Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 3. 2 cars, 2 lanes in our second round of the All-Star race. And they are racing. Veronica Stagnero in lane 1, Carly Murphy in lane 3. Carly, one of the perennial favorites in the Best Bio Card contest. Favorite activities: competitive duck herding, professional mooing, train surfing, snowmobiling, and hiking. I got to respect Veronica Stagnero's bio card, though, too, on the favorite activities. You know why? Seeing live music, spending time with friends, and collecting vinyl.
I hope it's records and not floors.
Oh, yeah. Vinyl's making a comeback. I can tell you that as the general manager of a college radio station. Vinyl is making a comeback.
Oh, I do hear the cheering already. Veronica Stagnero taking heat or phase number 1 of this Heat 49, but a close race. Carly Murphy at .007. So when they meet for phase 2, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, and I'm the general manager of a college radio station at John Carroll University in Cleveland. Every year, all the college radio stations in the country now have a weekend where they play all vinyl.
Hey, that's pretty
Nothing
good.
but vinyl. And the students get into it, too. The first year we did it, usually on the weekends, it's, a lot of non-students that do shows, so the students can go do college student things on the weekends. All the students got upset. They're like, we want to spin vinyl, too.
I love my vinyl. I have many orange crates full of vinyl records, but I also enjoy listening to reel-to-reel tapes.
Oh, now you're going real old school on them.
Yeah, commercial RCA, Capitol, they all had albums on reel-to-reel tape. And there's just something about retro tech, I think it is, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't think we're going to see Taylor Swift's latest album on reel-to-reel, but I swear every time I go into Target, I see a whole stack of Taylor Swift vinyl there for sale.
Vinyl, and some people, if you really want to go old school, collect 8-track tapes. And there's a lot of young people going, what are you talking about?
These champs never had to know the struggle of cassette tapes either, I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
And champs, you're better off for it. As we see cars and ramps for our next heat, send some shout outs to people watching along on YouTube. Shannon Saylor said, let's go, Max. Freeze Up says, way to go, Veronica and Region 2. Also got Life with Sky 222 saying, go Colt. And Sebastian checking in saying, go Aaron, go. Let your passion drive you to victory. So thanks to everybody checking in on YouTube this morning. It is still morning, right? Yes, for another 4 minutes. Okay. (47B) set to go. Aaron Donovan in lane number 1. Donovan, lane 1. Lane 3, it's car 21 of Lane Schlafke. Schlafke in lane 3. Jenna, should I just lay out here and let you listen to Taylor Swift for this phase? All right, they're across the finish line. Sorry, Jenna, we got to start talking again here because we got to tell them who won that one.
Yes, the judges say that was a clean run, and it goes to Aaron Donovan. Aaron Donovan leads the way on this one, winning Heat 47 in the 516 car. The margin of difference was .035 for Lane Schlafke. But look for Aaron and the 516 car in the next round.
Next up, it's going to be Heat 48A in the Masters division. This is the second round. Lane 1, it's car number 3 from Villa Rica, Georgia, Alexa Guerin. Guerin, Region 12 in Lane 1. And in Lane 3, it's going to be car 523 from Polk City, Iowa, and Region 4, Jacob Ham. Ham in Lane 3. Off and racing. It's Guerin in lane 1, Ham in lane 3. Alexa Guerin told us on the bio card, wants to become the first person to teach dogs how to fly airplanes. I don't know if the people over there at the airport can hear us, but if anybody is able to train dogs, please let us know.
Heat 48, phase 1 times are in, and it's Alexa Guerin leading the way. Not far behind, it's Jacob Ham at .038 difference.
Heat 49B is next. Masters Division second round, lane 1 is going to go to car 512 of Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's car 520 of Veronica Stagnero. Stagnero in lane 3. And we hear the Region 2 crowd up there. I know Region 9 is here as well for Carly. Here they come. Stagnero in lane 3 was the leader after the first phase. Had 7 1,000s on Carly Murphy. They are across halfway. They get past that tunnel. Here they come. Who's moving on to the championship heat?
Judge call that a clean run, and we're waiting for times to find out who's going to move on. And that will be Carly Murphy will be advancing to the next round in the 512 car. Veronica Stagnero, a great competitor with a .078.
So while we wait for cars on the ramps, did want to thank everybody from Derby Nation for their support of the Altamare family. If you were here with us yesterday, you heard the news about Keegan Altamare. Of course, he was supposed to be with us in the Rally Challenge on Tuesday. Instead, he was in the hospital. His family, the victims of a horrible house fire on Monday night. And sadly, they lost just about everything. Now, Keegan's okay. He's going to race with us on Saturday. But they sure could use your support. And they have gotten a lot of support from Derby Nation and elsewhere. The GoFundMe to support them is just shy of $50,000. And I would love it for Derby Nation to push them over the 50,000 mark. So all you have to do, if you Google the name Keegan Altomare, Altomare, you'll find that GoFundMe. They could use all the support that you were able to give. So if you have it in your heart and your wallet to give, again, go to Google, just Google his name, Keegan Altomare, and support that GoFundMe and support that family in what is just an unspeakable situation that they're going through right now. But the good news is that Keegan will be racing with us on Saturday. We certainly look forward to that. Next up, it's going to be Heat 48B in the Masters division. Lane 1, it's car 523 of Jacob Ham. Ham in lane 1. And in lane 3, it's going to be car number 3 of Alexa Guerin. Guerin in lane 3. And they are racing. Ham in lane 1, Guerin in lane 3. Guerin in lane 3, your heat leader after the first phase. 1:038 to the good on Jacob Ham. We'll see if Ham can close it in lane number 1 as they cross the finish line. Results coming up. And moving on to the next round, it will be Alexa Guerin. Guerin wins the heat in car number 3. The final margin, 0.031 over Jacob Ham. So Alexa Guerin, car 3, will advance. Heat 90A is next. This is our championship heat in the stock division. In lane 1, it's car 718 from Walworth, New York in Region 9, Vincent Delacroix. Delacroix in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 357 from Camano Island, Washington, Maximo Saylor. Saylor in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 901 from Stanton, Virginia, Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert in lane 3. They are off and racing in the championship heat of the All-Star Stock. Delacroix lane 1, Saylor lane 2, Gilbert lane 3. Regions 9, 1, and 8 represented. Down past the halfway marker. Here they come in for the finish. And there they are. We'll get your results. Close in that one. And give phase 1 to Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert takes phase 1 by .019 over Maximo Saylor and .027 over Vincent Delacroix. So Gilbert will take a lead into phase 2 of the championship heat in the stock division. Just about set to go. We have cars on the ramps. This is going to be phase 2 of our championship heat in the All-Star Stock Division. Lane 1, it's going to be car 901 of Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert in lane 1. In lane number 2, it is car 718 of Vincent Delacroix. Delacroix in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 357 of Maximus Saylor. Saylor in lane 3. And they are off and racing in the second phase of our championship heat in the stock division. Caleb Gilbert in lane 1, your heat leader. Vincent Delacroix in lane 2. Maximus Saylor in lane 3. These three champs covered by just 27 one-thousandths of a second in that first phase. And here they come across the line. No penalties in that one. We'll get you some results. And in that one, after 2 phases, your leader is Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert still your leader by 0.035 over Maximus Saylor and 0.092 over Vincent Delacroix. Gilbert will be your leader going into the final phase of the championship heat in the stock division. And as we wait to see more cars on the ramps, we want to remind you that the Swenson's food truck is here right along the side of the track between the canopies and the grandstand, as is Papa John's Pizza, as is Ohio's Best Lemonade. So some good options along the side of the track for lunch here at Derby Downs today. Don't forget, we have our legacy competition coming up in just a little while. And then later on this evening, it'll be the Topside Show, our open house where you can get up close and personal with these cars before they race on Saturday in the 86th running of the First Energy All-American Soapbox Derby. Tomorrow here at Derby Downs, it is the National Super Kids Classic. And really one of the highlights of the week every year, the National Super Kids Classic. I'd encourage you, if you have some time tomorrow, come on out alongside the track and support those Super Kids champs as they race in their championships tomorrow. Their finalists will race on Saturday as well with us. Also tomorrow, and this one's fun too, the Vintage Derby Car Show returns for another year. That'll be over at the Steelworkers Union Hall on Kelly Avenue. It's about a 7-minute drive from here, basically just on the other side of the airport. And there are always some really neat historical Derby cars there and other Derby artifacts. So I always make it a point after Super Kids. I'll be here announcing Super Kids tomorrow, but I always go straight over there right after. Well, maybe there's a stop at a certain custard establishment along the way. They're not a sponsor, so we'll leave it there. But then I'll be going over to the Derby Car Show.
Oh yeah,
because that is always a fun event, and getting to see where we came from as Derby Nation. So that is tomorrow over at Steelworkers Union Hall on Kelly Avenue.
I believe they have the original car over there, the one that the logo was designed after, the original logo.
They did last year. I know that. Yeah. So definitely make sure you check that out tomorrow. Back to our championship heats. This will be our Super Stock Championship heat. Heat 70A, lane 1 will be car 140 of Tristan Toledo. Toledo in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 902 of Chloe Lawton. Lawton in lane 3. So regions 4, 8, and 10 represented in our championship heat in Superstock. And they are racing. Toledo in lane 1, Stewart in lane 2, Lawton in lane number 3. All three of these champs had great years. They've got great support along the track, too. We hear you up here. Here they're coming for a finish. And that first phase goes to Tristan Toludo. Toludo, your winner of phase one of our championship heat by .062 over Chloe Lawton and .072 over Aiden Stewart. So Toludo in lane one takes phase one. And now we'll name a champion in our stock all-star race. This is Heat 90C. Lane one, car 357 of Maximus Sailor. Sailor in lane one. Lane two, it's car 901 of Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert in lane two. And in lane three, it's car 718 of Vincent De La Croix. De La Croix in lane three. So who's it going to be? Who is going to be our all-star champion? They're on track. Here they come. Sailor lane one, Gilbert lane two, De La Croix in lane three. Gilbert had the lead after two phases. Sailor behind by just .035. De La Croix by .092. And they are across the finish line. We'll find out in just a moment who is our all-star stock champion. Here are your results. In third place, it was Vincent De La Croix from Walworth, New York, and Region 9. De La Croix in third place. In second place, it was Caleb Gilbert of Stanton, Virginia, and Region 8. And your all-star race champion from Camano Island, Washington, in Region 1, Maximus Sailor. Sailor, your all-star champion, by just 3/1000ths of a second. So incredibly close result between Sailor and Gilbert. But congratulations to Maximus Sailor, your 2024 All-Star Stock Champion. And now we move on to the championship heat in the Masters division. Lane one, it's going to be car 516 from Eagleville, Pennsylvania, and Region 8, Aaron Donovan. Donovan in lane one. In lane two, it's car number 3 from Villa Rica, Georgia, and Region 12, Alexa Guerin. Guerin in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 512 from Hilton, New York, and Region 9, Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 3. And they are off and racing in the championship heat for the Masters division. Donovan in lane 1, Guerin in lane 2, Murphy in lane 3. You know this one's going to be close. 3 of our most experienced champs crossing the finish line close together. You got first and second in the rally challenge in this championship heat and the top rally winner of the season. And phase 1 goes to Aaron Donovan in lane number 1 by .016 over Carly Murphy and .037 over Alexa Guerin. So Donovan in lane 1 will have the lead going into phase 2. And at the finish line right now, taking his winner's photos, the champion of the All-Star Stock Competition, Maximus Saylor. And we have cars in the ramps once again. Phase 2 of our Super Stock Championship heat getting set to go. Lane 1 will be car 902 of Chloe Lawton. Lawton in lane 1. Lane 2 it'll be car 140 of Tristan Toludo. Toludo in lane 2, and in lane 3, it's car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 3. Phase 2 of our Super Stock Championship heat getting set to go. And we are racing. Lawton lane 1, Toludo lane 2, Stewart in lane number 3. It was Toludo in the lead after that first phase, had .062 on Chloe, .072 on Aiden. As they race their way down, we'll see how this result changes the overall heat standings. And after 2 phases, the lead belongs to Tristan Toludo. Toludo, your leader by .017 over Aiden Stewart and .033 over Chloe Lawton. So still some pretty close racing in this championship heat in the Super Stock, but Tristan Toludo is your leader after 2 phases. So if my math is right, and barring anything out of the ordinary, there should be about 3 phases left in our all-star race. 1 more for the super stock, 2 more for the masters. Then it'll be time to get ready for legacy racing, their double elimination competition. Cars on the ramps for phase 2 of our championship heat in the All-Star Masters. Lane 1, it's car 512 of Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 516 of Aaron Donovan. Donovan in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car number 3 of Alexa Guerin. Guerin in lane 3. Locked up. And racing. Murphy in lane 1, Donovan in lane 2, Guerin in lane 3. The edge went to Donovan in phase 1 by .016 over Carly. .037 over Alexa. Here they come. Who's going to hold the lead after 2? We're about to find out. And after 2 phases, give the lead to Carly Murphy. Murphy, your leader after 2 phases by 11 one-thousandths of a second over Aaron Donovan and 58 one-thousandths over Alexa Guerin. So Murphy by .011 over Aaron, .058 over Alexa, will hold the lead going into our final phase in the Masters division. So more photos being taken at the finish line here. And be sure to check out Enduro Photo for all your photos from this week. They've been at every event all week long, starting with opening ceremonies and the parade. And you know it's a big day when Enduro Photo sends Tim Phillips out here to take the winners' pictures. So make sure to say hello to Enduro Photo. Get your official photos here from Race Week. Okay, on the ramps, time to decide a champion in our All-Star Superstock competition. Lane number 1, it's going to be car 614 of Aiden Stewart. Stewart in lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 902 of Chloe Lawton. Lawton in lane 2, and in lane 3, it is car 140 of Tristan Toludo. Toludo in lane 3. There are about to be some happy people from region 8, 10, or 4. And we are racing for the championship in the All-Star Superstock. Aiden Stewart, lane 1. Chloe Lawton in lane 2. Tristan Toludo in lane 3. Toludo had the edge, but only by 17 1/1000ths after the first 2 phases. Chloe right there, 33 1/1000ths back. This is anybody's heat. Here they come. Here are your results in the All-Star Superstock Championship. 3rd place goes to car 902 from Rochester, New Hampshire, Chloe Lawton. Lawton in 3rd place. In 2nd place, it's Aiden Stewart in car 614 from Rixieville, Virginia. Stewart in 2nd. And your All-Star Superstock champion in car 140 from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Tristan Toludo. Toludo, the champion, the margin 6 1/1000ths of a second over Aiden Stewart, 79 1/1000ths over Chloe Lawton. Congratulations, Tristan Toludo, your champion in the All-Star Superstock race. And it's picture time at the finish line for our Superstock All-Star champions. Congratulations again to Tristan Toludo, the winner of the All-Star race in the Superstock, along with Aiden Stewart and Chloe Lawton. Awesome runs from all three of those champs today. Time for our last phase of the All-Star race. Going to determine a champion in the Masters division. This is Heat 50C. In lane 1, it's car 3 of Alexa Guerin. Guerin in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 512 of Carly Murphy. Murphy in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 516 of Aaron Donovan. Donovan in lane 3. Champs from regions 12, 9, and 8 set to go here. And they are racing. Guerin in lane 1, Murphy in lane 2, Donovan in lane 3. Three of the greats going at it for a championship in the All-Star race for the Masters division. Here they come. Murphy was out front by 11 1/1000ths on Aaron Donovan after 2 phases. And here is the finish. Final results in the All-Star race for the Masters. Third place goes to Alexa Guerin in car number 3. Guerin from Villa Rica, Georgia in Region 12, third place. In second place, it is Aaron Donovan in car 516 from Eagleville, Pennsylvania and Region 8. And your 2024 All-Star Race Masters champion in car 512 from Hilton, New York, Carly Murphy. Murphy, car 512, gets the win by 3 1/1000ths of a second over Aaron Donovan. An incredible race. You knew it would be between these three. Final margin between Carly and Alexa, .036. So an incredible championship heat, but Carly Murphy comes out on top. And so that will conclude our All-Star race for 2024. Stick around, still to come at Derby Downs. Our legacy competition will be getting going in just a little while. Also, don't forget, 4 to 7 tonight, open house, topside show. We'll have the mini car races, the inflatables, the vendors.